How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Everything changed within a few minutes, and Bitcoin looks really good. We are seeing something really interesting in the charts. Exactly what we thought would happen with the total market cap is happening as well. We have some crazy news from the last 24 hours, and a lot of interesting things are going to happen, I think, over the next 48. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. Also, I talked about this in one of the videos from this morning. Trump meme coin blowing up. It's now a $6 billion market cap, somewhere around there. Let's actually pull it up on CoinMarketCap. We'll get to Bitcoin in a second, but this all ties in. We have official Trump getting in the top 27 largest cryptos after less than 12 hours. It's 4% away from its all-time high. It hit a market cap of about 6 billion circulating and 30 billion fully diluted. In my last video talking about this, I said that I'm not going to be buying this. However, I am trading it a bit, right? This is not a long-term hold for me. This is something that I think can go down significantly, but so far we're up 81%. Very risky to lever trade, very risky to trade meme coins. This is a large meme coin now. I wouldn't call it a blue chip, but this is where all the attention is. This is where all the volume is right now. If you want to trade this, by the way, we'll give some stipulations to this in a second, but if you want to trade it, there are links to Blofin, to CoinW, and WEEX. They all allow this trading now on leverage. And with CoinW, you can actually get professional traders in that Telegram group. So after you deposit onto the platform, move at least $20 to the futures account, you get some bonuses for deposits and trading as well. But after you do that, you can get into the Telegram trading group for free, and you can see what the pro traders are doing with their Trump tokens, or if they're trading Trump. Now, like I said, I went long this. We had a bit of a pullback. I went long with a stop loss right at $24. This is where we saw a pullback to a little bit earlier. You can't see it on this chart, but that's because it's too new. But we saw a pullback to about $24. We got rejected around $24, then had a pullback to $17, $18, something like that, and then continued moving up. So yeah, I have a stop loss set at 24. That would give us a significant return still. I think it's around 35 or 45%. Not too shabby, but this is highly risky, right? This is incredibly risky. You can see 80% of the tokens are owned by one wallet. Deployed possibly over time. That's what people are saying that like the token. These are going to be deployed over time. This was a fair launch. It's going to slowly hit the market. Other people say, no, this is horrible tokenomics. This is disappointing as a Bitcoin maxi, but not a surprise. Maybe net positive in some people's minds because it brings more attention to crypto. Also, this shows where we're at. Like Gary Gensler watching Donald Trump launch a meme coin hours after leaving the SEC. It's crazy how far we've come. And keep this in mind too. Look at this. This is from the crypto ball last night. This is David Sachs. The reign of terror against crypto is over.
Innovation in America for crypto has just begun.
And basically the age of innovation has just begun. Now, I don't think that the Trump meme coin is very innovative, but it is different, right? We've never seen a president launch a meme coin. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of volume. That's why I'm trading it. But long-term, 97%, 99% of my portfolio, long-term spot holds. We talk about this in the Patreon. We talk about some of your questions as well in the Patreon, but just focus on the long term, right? We can play around with these types of memes. You can make significant amounts of money, but never put in anything that you're not willing to lose. So yeah, everything is changing. Total 2 looks really beautiful too. We had this down sloping resistance. This downtrend got rejected here, then broke through. And when we broke through, I said, hey, we hit a new recent high. We were at 3.53. We went up to 3.6, but we could see a little bit of a dip and then flipping this line into support. And that's basically what we're seeing now. We could always fall further, to be clear. There could be manipulation, but this is what we've seen on Solana. This is what we've seen on XRP. This is bullish, right? This is bullish. Now, flipping over to Bitcoin, right? We're almost 5 minutes into the video and we haven't talked about Bitcoin specifically because now there's actually something outside of Bitcoin that is, drawing in liquidity, drawing in eyeballs, maybe bring more people into crypto in the first place. But we continue to see more states that are trying to buy Bitcoin. State of Arizona. This was announced last night. This was the third state in one day that put forward a bill to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. How crazy is this, again, that we are seeing so many different states that have income, regular income, from a variety of different sources, right? Property taxes, income taxes, sales tax, amongst other things too. And they're trying to put some of this at work. They're trying to long-term hodl. They're trying to long-term DCA into Bitcoin. This is the 10th state. They're working with 5 other states right now, Dennis has said, that haven't made it official and put this in a public tweet or haven't talked about it openly. So 5 more states will announce this, at least 5 more states, probably relatively soon. Possible executive order in 48 hours for Bitcoin. And keep in mind too, it's not just Trump that was waiting for Gary Gensler to leave. Apparently we had a flurry of crypto-related ETF filings right after the market closed yesterday. Like literally. This was at 5:34. And apparently this was the last 30 minutes. So like 5 o'clock on Friday, when Gary's done, the last minute, apparently everyone decides to go and make an ETF, or a lot of people decide to file right then. So let's go through a couple of them. DADS, the Oasis Capital Digital Asset Debt Strategy ETF. It will invest debt securities of digital asset mining, data center companies, utilities and energy companies, direct holders of digital assets, technology and semiconductor companies, platform and payment companies, global asset managers, and financial service providers. ProShares, filed for Solana Futures ETF. Volatility Shares also filed for one of these back in December. Okay. CoinShares, or formerly Valkyrie Funds, just filed to launch an ETF based on their CoinShares Compass Crypto Market Index that will be called CoinShares Digital Assets ETF. Also, another one from Van Eck earlier this week, On-Chain Economy ETF. I saw another one that was going to be for debt and MicroStrategy as well. I think that's Strive or something like that. There's another one that's going to invest in those debt instruments that so many people on Wall Street love for MicroStrategy. ProShares filed for a bunch of XRP ETFs as well, including leverage and inverse XRP ETFs. Okay, so like this is just insane. There's so many different companies that have been waiting for these ETFs, for these, whether it's crypto, whether it is a specific crypto or an index or Bitcoin ETFs. A lot of them have been waiting for Gary Gensler to get out. Largely, Bitcoin is thought of as, given the A-OK, but yeah, some of these are a little bit riskier, a little bit more out there. And these Bitcoin ETFs have just been such a success. People want in on this. People want to provide the products. And to be clear too, I think having more products is better for the industry. It brings in more liquidity. It brings in more volatility, right? When there are more, short ETFs, right? They can get liquidated. We can send up very quickly. When there are more long ETFs or leverage ETFs, we can push up very quickly as well. When there are different people buying the debt instruments of MicroStrategy, again, they can just sell more debt, get more Bitcoin. So in general, I think this is good, at least if you have a long-term focus, right? I'm not necessarily using these ETFs. I do like the Bitcoin ETFs. There are drawbacks. There are positives. I actually made a video recently that I will be releasing, or maybe I already did. I can't remember. It's been a long week or two, but there's a video going to the Patreon talking about whether you should buy spot Bitcoin or whether ETFs are probably better for your situation. And I realize that that's very divisive, but I think it's a really important video for people new to crypto. Now, the Bitcoin ETFs had massive flows yesterday. BITB with the largest inflow ever, $200 million. GBTC, $21 million. Grayscale Mini, $22 million. BTCW, $5 million. HODL, $12 million. FBTC, $326. ARCB, I'm not even sure that it showed, but We do have 375 million from Hybit as well. So we got basically $1 billion in ETF flows in one day. This was the last day that people could buy these ETFs before inauguration day. Because keep in mind, depending on where you live and what's tradable, in the US, we have MLK Day on Monday. So the markets are closed, yet inauguration day is happening. So depending on if Trump signs executive orders the day of inauguration day or the first full day on the job, it might change a little bit. But yeah, there's a chance that we could be buying ETFs, or the next time that someone's able to trade these ETFs, the US is already talking about buying Bitcoin, or they already have an executive order to buy Bitcoin or to hold Bitcoin. So yeah, be ready for a very volatile day on, well, tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. Tomorrow, because on Sunday, this is the last day before inauguration day, right? There are going to be manipulators out there. Monday, because this is inauguration day. Around the executive order, people will be trading. And then Tuesday, the first day after Trump's inauguration, maybe he's talked about Bitcoin, maybe he hasn't. That will definitely skew the markets. Keep in mind, too, Bitcoin's at such an interesting place. We broke the same downsloping resistance that we had been rejected by 3 times, broke out above it, came back down just slightly, and now we're moving back up. Just a little bit of a sell-off, like a 3% move. Now we're moving back up to 104. However, if you look here, we had this as support, this line, this support line, where we bounced off it several times, continued to bounce off of it, then got rejected. Well, fell below it, got rejected, tried to come up to it back on the 7th, 11 days ago, got rejected a little bit short of it. Now, if we hit it in the next day or two, we would be right around previous all-time highs of 108. So like this is going to be a pretty key level, 108,000, obviously, because that's the all-time high, but also there's this resistance line as well. So pay attention. I think there's going to be a ton of volatility right now in Bitcoin. There's going to be a ton of volatility in altcoins. I mean, if you want the most volatile asset, it might be Trump, right? It might be the new Trump meme coin. But again, the fact that we have a president that's launching meme coins on a Friday, the fact that we have a president that's, issuing NFTs and talking about strategic altcoin reserves, like even if you just like Bitcoin, the fact is things are getting more volatile, which means we probably will have more volatility for Bitcoin, which will be good for long-term holders. So try not to get too focused on other stuff, right? Like something like the Trump coin, right? Unless you got in super early, it's extremely risky. Well, even if you got in early, it's extremely risky because people didn't know if it was real or not. And it was harder to trade, right? It wasn't on a lot of exchanges, obviously, right away. Now it's getting more widely available. This is extremely risky. This is something that maybe a date you don't marry, in my opinion. Like this is not going to be part of my long-term bag, at least as of now. Maybe it becomes a blue chip crypto. Right now, it is one of the top 4 largest meme coins in the world after 12 hours. Right? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you want to trade the volatility, there are links underneath the video to Blofin, CoinW, and WEEX that allow trading on this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's going to be a crazy couple days for Bitcoin and crazy couple weeks, honestly, because we do have company earnings coming out here very soon as well, like some of the largest tech companies in the world, which will influence people's perceptions of the economy and the rate environment moving forward. It's going to be a really fun next couple of months, in my opinion. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next one.